Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome to the Not So Daily Show. The show that comes to you daily, except when it doesn't. I'm your host, Themba Kevin, and we're back after 2 weeks. And that's just because on Monday, President Cyril Ramaphosa almost took my job when he called a whole family meeting just to tell us exactly what we'd all been seeing for ourselves on TV.
It started with the burning of trucks at Moy River in KwaZulu-Natal this past Saturday. At the beginning of this unrest, there may have been some people who sought to agitate for violence and disorder along ethnic lines.
Like our presidential correspondent stated in his news bulletin, people have been looting in the name of former state president Jacob Zuma. Wait, why is that in the news? Why is everybody panicking? Hasn't that been happening? Oh, it's not the Guptas, and it's not the comrades. Oh, this time it's the people.
Every time police try to advance to go towards that particular area, then they just keep going back. If you stay with us for just a few seconds, take a look at that.
And it has been said that the mass lootings would have never occurred if law enforcement had just done its job and made an example by preventing the illegal gatherings that happened in Kandla last week.
It's because of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Shoot us, Mosh! Why you die for Zuma? Why are you doing like this? Unless you keep Zuma a serious problem! Huh?
But the police minister has since come out and said that they were still working from home and only reviewing footage on camera.
We had 20 cameras of the South African police. So that data is with us. We have sent extra detectives to work on those things. We will be picking our people.
We are Jola 99 host Jub has also voiced his opinion, coming out on social media to speak against those seemingly condemning the looting from a point of privilege.
Let me ask you something. If people had jobs, if people had shelter, if that money was not eaten, do you think this would be happening? This would not be happening. It's not happening in other countries where there's enough shelter. People are actually using the money where it's supposed to be. I'm not saying there's no corruption, but even if the corruption is there, make sure, Uguti, Tina, as the people out there, we are being taken care of. We are being taken care of. And influential people are not saying anything. This is what is disgusting me.
And I just have to agree with Jub. As bad as the looting is, this is probably as close as we'll get to a visual representation of what political leaders have been doing behind closed doors. The looting of the game warehouse is probably the equivalent of the 150 million Zweli Mkhize and Digital Vibes allegedly stole. And how different is looting the South African National Blood Service to literally stealing oxygen from the people by looting COVID-19 relief funds that were meant to buy ventilators? So politicians should take a close look at the mirror of government that is the South African streets right now and stop throwing around words like unprecedented this, unprecedented that, because the only thing that's truly unprecedented right now is South Africa.
Really? Ramaphosa, are you okay? I'm not scared. It's either you kill me or not.
But one thing about South Africa is that even in the wake of such scary scenes, there will always be something to laugh about. So here it is. Let's count down the 5 most awkward moments of looting. Coming in at number 5 is a guy that most Jains will relate to because he risked it all for Kuku. Coming in at number 4 is a guy that went the complete opposite direction and got himself a dildo. And at number 3, we have a guy that clearly didn't plan out what he was about to do.
And then hold it like this and drive with one hand.
It won't fit there, Buddha.
Very good. Yes, I have to have
And at number 2 is a returned soldier here to celebrate his victory. And at number 1 is a family that took Rest Bafwet to the next level. on a 67,000 rand couch. But while we do acknowledge that most of the people looting are motivated by poverty, from that countdown it is clear that some of the people are just opportunistic criminals capable of finding anything but a job. And from now on, I don't want to hear anybody say that Limpopo is ratchet, because the only thing that we are stealing are each other's songs.